What's up guys, it's Ricky here, and today I want to briefly tell you the story of how we built our TikTok channel from 0 followers to 4.5 million in just over a year. So our channel is At The Chains Family, and I make funny videos with my family and my famous grandma. So the first time I downloaded TikTok was in September of 2018. I was at a train station with my wife and she suggested I check out this TikTok app. So naturally I downloaded it. I had a look through it. It was really fun. I knew of Musical.ly and Vine, but I never really got into it, so this was all new for me. I ended up making a video. It got 6 likes in about 3 hours, and I thought I was famous. So fast forward 2 weeks, and I didn't do much with it, but I thought maybe I should actually do something with this since it's so new and maybe it could become something. So that's how I began. I started making little comedy skits. I started remixing audios and tried to be a little bit a part of the community. In about 2 months, I was just having fun making a video every other day, and I had gained about 1,000 followers by that point. That was really massive for me because to have any followers at all, I thought, wow, that's amazing. At some point I realized that every time I featured my daughter or I featured some kind of prop in my videos, I would get better results. So I started experimenting a lot, and with TikTok, this is the app to experiment on because every video can produce different results. That's where I realized that integrating props and leveraging other people to be on your videos could get you better results. So at that point, I was really having fun with it. We were about 60 videos in, and one day my grandma came over to have dinner with us. And at that point, I brainstormed an idea and it seemed hilarious. I was gonna call it Hip Hop with Granny, and I would put on a hip hop song for her to listen to and get her to emulate it and actually sing it back, and then I would record the results. Well, we all know where that went. Hip Hop with Granny was a series of 5 videos where my granny was repeating some hip hop songs, and it produced hilarious results. And by the first week after we had uploaded that series, we had gained 40,000 followers, and it was growing by thousands per day. So at that point I thought, wow, after that, I continued to do skits by myself, but they never did as well as, with my granny around. So I made a decision that I would create the channel mostly based around my granny. And, I still had to write the jokes. I still had to kind of, tell my granny what the skit was about. But I started to shift my focus on, making what people wanted. When you start making things that are mostly centered around yourself, it gets a little bit boring. You need to add a little bit of a kick, a little bit of spice to it. You have to give people reasons to to actually follow you. One of the biggest tips that I would recommend people to do on TikTok is to differentiate themselves from everybody else. On TikTok, there are 1,000 attractive girls and boys doing the same kind of trends and skits. How are you going to differentiate yourself from the crowd? And that's the name of the game. Everyone's in their bedroom these days with the same lights, with the same kind of flashy things, doing the same kind of skits. It's hard to differentiate between this girl and that girl these days, because everyone thinks, oh, because they're famous, like I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. I can do that. Well, you've got it backwards here. You need to know how to differentiate yourself and make yourself different. So then when people are scrolling through the For You page, they can actually say, wow, this person is different. This person is interesting. This person is actually providing me some value that nobody else can. Why don't I follow this person? And that's how we have actually built our channel, to always be different from all the others. That doesn't mean, don't follow the trends and don't do the challenges or don't do any of that. But have it in your mind that, you need to give people a reason to follow you. So fast forward, 3 months later after our Hip Hop with Granny series, there was a few months there where we were constantly creating new ideas, new skits. I was visiting my granny every few days because I had a new idea or a new scenario, a funny scenario to put my grandma in. And she was loving it. She called me every day and said, how are the numbers? How are we doing? How many followers do we have today? So it was really, really great way, and it really was a great bonding thing for me and my grandma to come together and spend more time together. And we loved it. By about 6 months in, we had hit 1 million followers. And this was from growth coming from every video that we had had. At one point, every video that my grandma was in would go viral. We ended up growing 40,000 followers every week. And it just kept on going up from there. So we were at 1 million followers at one point. That's when companies started contacting us to do TikTok branded stuff with them. So we did a few sponsored posts here and there. It was nothing major at that time. And we thought, oh my God, this is amazing. And all this time I'd been managing at my retail store. I'd been coming home and, in any spare time, I would just make TikToks by myself in my bedroom or outside with my friends or with my grandma. About 2 months after we hit 1 million, we actually hit 3 million. So at one point we were just growing hundreds of thousands of followers weekly. And it was amazing. It was a dream come true. And at that point, the brands really started to take notice and we were getting contacted. We were also getting picked up by Instagram meme channels like Best Vines, which has 10 million followers. And also we had been featured on PewDiePie's meme review, not once, but actually twice. So that was the biggest trip for us. My granny was loving it, and she was, it gave her a reason to get up in the morning and actually, look, as a 93-year-old woman, imagine having an experience like this where, you're getting so much love from the internet and you're actually getting paid. We would split our money from the jobs, and she was actually getting paid to wake up and entertain the world every day. So that's what happened. So just this week, we have hit 4.5 million followers. Now, it's been a year and a little bit now, so about a year and two months. Recently, we've been doing more branded work. Our rates have gone higher, and because TikTok is becoming a thing now, I was able to quit my job 2 months ago and pursue TikTok full time. I make my income with branded deals. We do go live sometimes. We're actually having merch come out very, very soon. So actually I make a full-time living now doing branded material and doing stuff around TikTok. From TikTok, we've had so many great opportunities come onto our lap. This year, I was able to take Granny to VidCon in Australia. They actually invited us to be a keynote speaker and one of the main people, on the main stage to share some tips on TikTok. It's been a really wild ride, but me and my grandma, we want to continue growing this and we want to continue doing what we love. But now I really do want to kind of move more into the educational realm, so on YouTube, and make more long form content and actually teach people how to, actually use TikTok to grow their presence and stuff like that. So that's why I'm here. Later on, I'll be talking to you guys more about the nitty-gritty of how to actually grow that TikTok profile, from what to make, what your channel is about, how to differentiate yourself, how to read the algorithm, what kind of times your TikTok should be, like the real practical stuff. So this is what this channel is about. I just wanted to share my story with you guys, and also to let you know how we got here from our year's worth of experience, how we can actually help you with the insights that we've gathered. If you want to contact me through my Instagram DMs at @TheRickyChains. So I'm happy to help anyone here that wants to know more about TikTok, and that's what I'm here for. But thank you for listening to my story, and see you next time for more tips and tricks. Bye.